Hey everybody, I hope this video finds you well. I wanted to make a video talking about how I'm assessing the first learning objective of this past week that was due on Wednesday. It was the final demonstration of Learning Objective 1, and this learning activity or the final demonstration was sharing your thinking and understanding for DLCS. And when I am going through to try and assess everybody, what I noticed is that nobody had done any replies on anybody else's posts, and that was one of the criteria to get an outstanding in this assignment. But I'm thinking that if not everybody didn't do it, then it's probably not the student's fault. It's usually the teacher's fault, and I can own that mistake. But I'd like to figure out why that happened, and then I'd also like to explain why I think it happened and what we're going to be doing going forward, and a little bit about my assessment practices. Okay, so what I think happened was that when you clicked here on the rubric, it took you actually to an old rubric, but that rubric did say that if you want to get the highest mark, you need to reply to other people's posts. So this link actually linked you up to this Google document, which was my first iteration of developing the rubrics and assessments for this course. And you'll scroll down to Learning Objective 1, and you will see that to get the highest mark, you needed to build on other people's thinking by replying to other people's posts. Now, this was the wrong one, so I admit that this was a mistake. But if we go into the course info and design, you will see that the accurate rubric is found here in Assessment Scoring and Rubric Guide. This is going to be the best place for you to go to fully understand how I'm assessing everybody and how I'm grading everybody. I actually had a really hard time developing the assessment for this course, because it's a college course. However, we're all teachers in schools these days that are really not using traditional assessments 0 to 100 ABCD. We're more assessing against criteria, standards, and learning objectives. And we're trying to accurately assess students against what they're learning and not necessarily against their behavior or getting a certain amount of things correct on a test. So I really tried to design this to have best practice in mind in contemporary assessment practice in 2019. So hopefully if you read this, you can see that I really tried to attempt that. And what I ended up doing is trying to create a scale that was similar to you achieved the standard, you didn't achieve the standard, or you went beyond the standard. And beyond the standard would be outstanding, meeting the standard is satisfactory, not satisfactory, didn't meet the standard, and insufficient evidence would be that I don't have enough evidence to assess you. So let's take a look. If we go down to Learning Objective 1, Learning Objective 1 here does say that if you want to get an outstanding, then you need to reply to at least 2 other people's posts. Otherwise, you can have a satisfactory. So the way I thought about this was that to meet the standard, you need to do all of the work for this assignment, and you can just do your own work. But if you want to get an outstanding, you have to demonstrate yourself as a professional learning community member, and you have to learn from others and build on their thinking. Now, I want to explain why I decided to do it like this. Was because if we are teachers and we're working by ourselves, we're in our classrooms, we are teaching students. To get a satisfactory mark as a teacher, if you want to just do the work and be able to finish out the day, you pretty much can just work on your own, and that's satisfactory, and that's okay. But if we really want to be outstanding teachers, the way we need to do that is we need to collaborate with others, we need to learn with others, we need to build on each other's thinking as institutions. And that's how I'm trying to build this rubric, and trying to give you all opportunities to learn from each other, collaborate with each other, and build on each other's thinking to become outstanding teachers. So I have the Learning Objective rubric, the most updated one, and I've relinked that to this assignment here. But I want to throw this back onto everybody else. If y'all can just reply to me in some way, shape, or form, hopefully through email, and just let me know what was confusing about this so that I can make sure that I'm not confusing again. Where's the best place to post the rubrics? And of course, I did post the wrong rubric here, but it did technically say what you were supposed to do. However, it's not as clear as the final product rubric, which tells you exactly how many and why you should be doing it. So I don't want you to have to go back and do this work after the fact, but I do want to make sure that we're all clear on how we're going to be doing our assessments going forward, and how my assessment criteria and assessment expectations are going in this course. So just let me know all of your thinking, and then I can assess this assignment the best I can for what you all expected for it to be. Thank you very much, and have a great day.